to get in these and to get them hands on. Because right now, they're out there holding the titles. What you mean the titles? In certain categories. Shoo already got his. I'm trying to get mine. I'm trying to get a title. And I'm running through to get me a title. Okay. Welcome to Prison Stories One-on-One. This right here is called The Blue Hands Story. The Blue Hands versus OG Percy story. Another hard hitter right here on Prison Stories One-on-One. Hello! Let's go to work. Tell my crip. Man, Blue Hands. Shout out to Blue Hands, man. Another stomp down. You know what I'm saying? You see, 40 years in the system, man. Been gone since he was 14 years old. He started doing time way before I could imagine doing time. That's number one. He started doing time way before I could imagine doing time. The Blue Hands versus OG Percy story is a real story. It's not made up and it's not artificial. And Blue Hands is the only person that can really, attach to what I got to say. And I'm glad that he's right here on Prison Stories One-on-One. Well, let's discuss how we got here. Let's discuss how we got here, starting from the beginning. Tell my crip. Man, I hit a unit called Ferguson Unit, man. When I went to Ferguson Unit, I was doing my own thing. I made myself a monster, you understand me, behind the bars from right here from the shoulders. But one thing you don't know is a lot of niggas in the prison system that's already quiet. They really don't entertain the shit that, people come in with, because you don't know, person. It's people that's been down here 10, 11, and 5 and 6 years way before you got here. The shit that you came in on, they came in on the same shit, and they found out it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. What I'm going through, they already did that. They already know what road I'm going down and where I'm headed to when I got there. Well, when I got to prison, the first thing I did was try to get my name out there. How? By squabbling. Yeah, a lot of you always talking about what Percy wasn't doing and what Percy wasn't doing. You wasn't there to see it. But I love telling my stories around the real ones that was there to see it. And I know it ain't no realer one than Blue Hands. You understand me? Now, me and Blue Hands, don't get me wrong, me and Blue Hands ain't always been cool. It always started with a war. Sometimes you got to go through friendship. Some of you that started out enemies right now today are best of friends today. But anyway, that's how it started with me and Shoo. We didn't start off best of friends or friends or partners or nothing at all. We always started off with getting into it. I was in the town. I was doing my time, doing a lot of time. I ain't never ran into Blue Hands. I had been there about like 5 months or something, doing my thug thizzle. And Blue Hands had, been in the trenches. He was there, but he was out the way. We call out the way. That means don't get involved in shit that they not already been through. They already know where that's leading. We all gonna get, knocked out by Sergeant McQueen. McQueen gonna come down there and rack everybody ass up. And guess what? Percy gonna be the first one. But one thing King Shoo did know is that the shit that Percy doing is gonna affect him too. It's not gonna affect just King Shoo. It's gonna affect every that's been there for a long time that know how this system is ran. And how's the system ran? Once you get a hot crip and a hot crip get to running wild, they go get all the big league crips. And guess what they do? They'll lock them big leagues up so the hothead won't be, because they don't know where the heat coming from, but they just know the that's been here longer, know where it's coming from. And if they don't settle it down, we'll just lock them down. Well, how the hell they gonna do that? They can't lock everybody down because one nigga acting a fool? Well, shit. Well, the fool I was. We'll get to that part later. But anyway, when I hit Ferguson Unit, I was doing my thug thizzle. My first one in with King Shoo was a many run-ins on Ferguson Unit. King Shoo and OG Percy is like Mike Tyson in the Holyfield fight. If we can get these two tank, and let me tell y'all something, it's in prison that put plays together to make sure the plays go through. And what's the play? We need to get Shoo and Percy to get in these goddamn, to get them hands on. Because right now, them niggas right there holding the titles. What you mean the titles? In certain categories. Shoo already got his. I'm trying to get mine. I'm trying to get a title. And I'm running through shit to get me a title. Now ain't nobody never whooped me. Everybody always crying and, man, yeah, I know you went down there, man. Ain't nobody did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for that. I thank God that I didn't never receive an ass whooping what nigga. Cause guess what about prison? Prison ain't gonna hide what happens to you. If somebody in there whoop you, punk you, hold you, oh, you'll know by now. It don't take me to come on this internet to cry and tell y'all everything I did. When the system gonna tell it on me by itself. Prison do not discriminate who's a hoe and who ain't a hoe. If you a hoe, you a hoe in this motherfucker. One thing that's what you gonna know. And guess what? When you get out of here, you still gonna be that same hoe to me, nigga. If you was a hoe in there, then shit, nigga, you a hoe out here now. You understand me? I ain't gonna give a this card when I know he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. I'm gonna tell nigga, man, that nigga, that was a hoe in the penitentiary. Him? You know, I heard one nigga come on here, talking like he been down there. I noticed a lot of things that go in voices with ain't really been through that action. I can tell even on these real life street stars interviews, some of you on here doing this thing, these talking, you niggas ain't been through that action. Now I'm gonna tell you ain't been through that action. I'm gonna scream it out, and you niggas know who I'm talking to. You ain't been through that action, cause you know what? Your performance will tell who been through the action. You know, one thing I learned in prison when Marcelli talking, I listen to him talk. I don't never interrupt Marcelli. Only thing I might do is laugh or bust out laughing or something. Because that's one thing I learned in prison. Now, I did an interview with a certain guy, you understand me, on her. It seemed like that everybody said I was over-talking him or wouldn't let him talk. But if anybody ever go back and look at the interview, and you'll find out I was talking, but I was being interrupted, so it made it look like I was over-talking the person that was trying to talk. Well, hell, if I'm already talking, let me finish saying what I'm saying, and then we can get a logical conversation. It got so bad in that conversation, even the man that was working the camera told the other dude, hey, man, wait a minute, just let him finish. Because it's getting cluttered. It's a cluttered conversation. Convicts know how to work around convicts. And I had a conversation with that old guy, old boy, and, the conversations went great. But I told one of the guys after the conversation, I said, say, man, them people gonna get on you for over talking me. And he told me, he said, man, it was sounding so good, I just had to interrupt. No, I said, you know what, you got this. I ain't gonna even be mad at you. When it sounds so good, you gotta say something, but you don't supposed to cut a man off. But anyway, me and King Shoo, man, I got the prison, I got the Ferguson. I started making a name for myself, and then I started hearing about the that had the hands. See, one thing about getting there trying to make a name for yourself, you ain't fought nobody if you ain't fought nobody. A lot of these niggas you fighting, them nobodies. You gotta fight the that got names in here. A name that's gonna stand out. So the first name, I ever got into it with was Shoo. Shoo was a standout name. It didn't go down. It could have. I thank God it didn't, because if it would have went at that time, I probably wouldn't have been hand-wise ready for the. Well, shit, I didn't know that, because one thing about me, I had the heart. I didn't have the style yet. My style wasn't ready yet. But I had the heart to get out there. But one thing I'm glad that my style caught up with my heart before I got into some major MD. Shout out to Thungo Blast MD. I got out there with MD on the rec yard one time, nigga. I was trying to get out there with one of Little Man, little Mexican named Little Man. He had some hands too. I couldn't get him. He whooped my partner Bushead. Shout out to Bushead from the south side. Little Man got on Bushead. Had Bushead looking like he was a Bushead. I said, damn, little Mexican got some hands, because I seen a lot of good, clean work over there. A lot of good, clean work. But me, I went into the shit starting part. I just wanted to know, if you don't fight nobody with something, you ain't yet, nigga. You gotta fight somebody with a name. I haven't had a title fight yet. My first title fight was Black out of H-Town. Third, old Black. Matter of fact, Black whooped Gucci. King Shoo, they know who I'm talking about. H-Town Black. Me and Black, we got, that was a good name. He came off medium custody, and Black was a live war. Black always goddamn me wanted to get into it with niggas. Look at our Percy. And they came out medium custody. I've been hearing about you down there on medium custody. What them niggas talking about? I said, what you mean what they talking about, nigga? He said, what they talking about you be goddamn me doing. And guess what? Black wanted to see it. Shout out to my Psycho. Shout out to Psycho from H-Town. Yeah, he talking like that. What's up, Percy? Goddamn me. Yeah, I had, shout out to my goddamn Lucky. Lucky out of town. Shout out to Big Sid. Big Sid out of H-Town. Big Sid about goddamn me 335, 350. Goddamn about 6, and he was light on his feet. Good hands. I bumped heads with him in Said and Lucky in the chow hall, you know, them niggas knew I would stand up when I came out the chow hall, in the chow hall, to squabble. Now, let me give y'all a game about the chow hall. The chow hall is where anybody can get killed and off. Well, guess where Percy had a job at? In the chow hall. You got to be scrubbing to work in the chow hall and be the that you be. I held mine, my. See, I don't care about what people say about Ferguson. Shout out to King Shoo, man. We King Shoo, man. Cause guess what? If it wasn't for King Shoo, I don't even carry too many more with me. I carry King B, I carry Muhammad, and I carry King Shoo as street and my D-Lo and my boy Calico. You understand me? I carry these, you know, as titles with me, man. These are main characters in my lifetime story. You know, the standstills. But anyway, man, one time I was in the chow hall. I was coming down to the chow hall, and I finally seen some gangster shit jump off on Ferguson. And it was a little nigga named Little J out of H-Town. Oh, bright little nigga with the braids, and you know, the Little J out of H-Town, bright nigga. I'm finna say braids, but he only had braids in the world. But his name was Little J. That was King Shoo homeboy. You understand me? He was a cool person. You know, he was cool. And he was with another little Mexican dude named Punch, you know what I'm saying? He was with another black dude named Punch. Shout out to my Punch. You understand me? And then my Mexican homeboy, he was throwed off too. They was getting into it in the line, man, about some shit. See, my thing is, all I know when I see Crips get into it, nigga, I'm getting into it. I don't give a what they get into it about. That's the type of nigga I was. I always ran and got in Crip, nigga, every time. I don't give a what set he is, nigga. Ain't you a Crip Cup? What's up there? What's going on, niggas? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find out where the gangster shit is. You understand me? Every time, I didn't turn down nothing. I had to make my time go fast. And I'm trying to do time. My time was to stay in the shit. I heard Big Jizzle say, man, you know, always looking for the fights. Yeah, I did that every day. See, me and Jizzle, we did our time on a different type of level. No, he did laid back time. He did renegade time. See, Jizzle was on convict units. Nigga, I was on renegade units. It's a whole different. That's why me and Jizzle conversation, it was okay, but it wasn't adding up to the time that I was doing. The time that I was doing was way throwed off than his. See, he just got to see a lot of shit. Me, I got to be in a lot of shit. And I love Jizzle. Jizzle good people. We need to sit down again and have another conversation. I enjoyed his, you know, his hospitality. He was just hogging all the sweets. He was hogging all the shit at the table. But anyway, back to that, I seen Jay get into it with a Louisiana get into it. And I heard the nigga say, come outside tonight. He told Big Said, come outside tonight. So when Big Said was getting into it with Big Said, Little Jay, Louisiana, they would get into it with him. You know, and Big J, they took off on the line. They took off in the line getting into it with each other. I'm like, now we're going to go outside with this. And them niggas say they're going to go outside. So I'm looking at the play. And that's the first time I seen King Shoo. He was standing in the line when them niggas started getting into it. He started saying something like, so I'm looking at who are these right here. These the niggas that's been laid back, Percy, that you ain't seen, that's been here watching you. You know, and watch you for 5 years if they have to, nigga, before they even say something to you. Nigga watch you 2 or 3 years. Or nigga even break a conversation. Some niggas just watch you and don't say nothing to you until they catch your ass slipping. Then they get you. But anyway, I showed up that night. Said, I'm coming out there with you, cuz, on Crip. I'll be out there. So I went out there. I went to Rick. Everybody showed up at Rick. And I noticed, you know, the Little J, King Shoo. And King Shoo had another little homeboy named Deuce. Shout out to Deuce. Bright-ass Deuce with the freckles on his face. See, I got names. I can't make up the shit I talk about because I really was in this shit for real. These other niggas that be talking, they couldn't tell you nobody from nobody because these niggas just telling other stories. I peeped that. I peeped when a nigga really been through something and when a nigga just telling another story. But anyway, I got my own stories. Let's go. I go out to the rec yard that night and it was King Shoo, Deuce, and Little J standing over there together. Okay, the Crip showed up, Big Said and the Crip niggas that I was rocking out with. So I seen the little that he's supposed to be getting into it with. He was standing with King Shoo and Deuce. So I tell my Big Said, I said, come on, cuz, let's go rock on this nigga, cuz. Let's go see what's going on. They over there staring and shit. And then we got over, I never forget, out of nowhere, the King Shoo said, no, look out, man, ain't nobody doing no fighting, man. Ain't gonna be no fighting, my nigga. Ain't gonna be no fighting. So I looked at that Shoo like, nigga, who was you, nigga? But when ain't gonna be no fight. And nigga turn around and say, like I said, nigga, ain't gonna be no fight, nigga. And that nigga peeled his shirt off. That had some muscles. I said, God damn. Well, shit, nigga. That I peeled mine off. Cause that had some muscles. Got some of those too. Hey, you talking about? I was with a folk work. I was with one of my local ass that I thought was a ride or die stiff. Name was Carb Low, rolling 60 at a folk work. OG. Let me tell y'all something. These niggas that be in your hood claiming that they stiff niggas and they gangsters, when they down there, them niggas ain't stiff niggas and gangsters. Them niggas ain't stiff and gangsters. These niggas ain't, them niggas will kill you in the world, they'll gun you down, shoot you down. I done seen all that from them. But when they get in here, them niggas can't even stand up under pressure. See, them niggas, and I was with around niggas like that. I was with an OG named Carb Low, rolling sixes. Everybody know who he is out the funk. He's a stoned down killer in the streets. So I was with him, and when he stepped outside and he seen the competition that I was going against, which was King, Shoo, Deuce, and them, for some reason, this nigga tucked his tail on me. Yeah, I always said I was going to tell the story, nigga. I'm going to tell you how it really went. I had my own nigga from my own city grab me and tell me, say, cuz, don't do that, cuz, you don't know who that nigga is. That's Blue Hand. Man, move, bitch. You get off me, nigga. Come on, cuz. And he said, man, you tripping, cuz. That nigga tried to get into it with me because who I was finna get into it with King Shoo, with Blue Hand. Why? Because he knew Blue Hands was a monster. He just thought that I wasn't now. He thought this nigga finna whoop my man, you tripping, man, you going on. So I wonder why would my own nigga from my own city tuck his tail when he find out who the competition is. It don't matter who the competition is, nigga, let's get out here and handle the competition. Win, lose, or draw. This nigga tucked on me. Yeah, I said that, Carb Low tucked on me. He know what he did. He told me, nah, cuz you tripping. He tried to get him in, you on some more shit, nigga. Them niggas, man, like them niggas, man, got moved in, nigga. What's up, Shoo? What's up? Shoo said, what's up? And me and Shoo, we was getting ready to get into it. We already got almost to the square part up. And niggas started breaking it up, man. Y'all don't do that, man. That's King Shoo. That's man, fuck that. So right then, me and King Shoo knew we had a vendetta right there. With them didn't let me and King Shoo squabble right there on the first time we got into it on the rec yard. That damn me, you know, I didn't know who that was. He didn't know who I was. But I know God me that wasn't scared of me, nigga, and I wasn't scared of him. I didn't think nothing else out there. But after they broke it up, it was broke, nigga. Time went on by. I was doing my thing. I was studying, fighting and studied running my rank up, to get to where I was at on Ferguson. Yeah, around the good niggas like my nigga Calico. My nigga Calico, my nigga D-Lo. Shout out to my nigga Calico. Shout out to my nigga Calico and D-Lo, man. I think I just got a chance to holler at Calico the other day. You understand me? When I was on Ferguson, I like to show people the Ferguson that I was because, a lot of niggas don't even respect, who I talk about, who I am now. But if I just have to show y'all a good old picture of who the dude I'm talking about right there, let me give y'all a good shot. That's OG Percy. And then, when I was on Ferguson, y'all didn't run up on that. I might look like this right now because I'm an old, but when you got arms like that and you build like that from the top of your shoulders to the bottom of your feet, nigga, my arm muscles are so big, starting at my wrist. From my wrist where my watch started, you can look how big my wrist is from my shoulders all the way up. I kept myself built like that, y'all. Yeah, that's me right there. That's OG Percy. And for all y'all niggas that want to see who Calico and D-Lo was, Calico, say something to these niggas.
This is my Calico. Yeah, man, you know what I'm talking about. Real niggas don't do this, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let that fuck shit fade away, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, you gotta stay down for the come up, man. And once you stay down for the come up, man, believe me, one thing, two things for sure, man. The ones that know, they know, they know. The ones that don't know, they act like they know, man. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, man, you gotta go through it just to get to it. But long as God in it, man, he gonna make sure everything got
Let's go.
Man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, tears for the Crips, man. Y'all always remember, man. You dig what I mean? Hey, man, we done been through that, Jack. You dig what I'm saying? Real life testimony stories and the stories that we got, man. You know what I'm saying? They is 100% real, 0% fake. Believe that, man. We done came through the storm and the blizzard. Been there and done that. Point two, all right.
Appreciate you. That's Calico still doing time. My other homeboy was D-Lo. Nigga, I was in there. Yeah, y'all see that lip drop because I be scrap business. You know what I'm saying? When I'm sitting here talking about this stuff, I'm not like half these guys that just talking. You understand me? A lot of these niggas just pinpoint, man, but they're not going nowhere with their stories. Shout out to my Calico. Me, Calico, and D-Lo, we was hard to reckon with, man. But nobody really with the tag team, man. You understand me? Calico, D-Lo, Percy. It got so bad on us, man, they started putting out hits on us. They just wanted us to get knocked out. They just wanted to knock old Percy and Calico and them out. They wanted to knock us out. But, Calico, Catfish, you understand me? Shout out to the real Stone Down. But anyway, man, me and Shoo, we got into it at that time, man. I felt bad. Me and Shoo, we ain't never get a chance to get cool with each other. Before a lot of more got into the mix. Shout out to my boy Calico, man. Still doing time down there. D-Lo. I'm looking for him right now. I don't know where he at doing his time. But anyway, me and King Shoo, we bypassed that little old part. That little old scuffle. That little old scuffle went about his business, but it didn't go over niggas' heads. But anyway, time went on by, man. And D-Lo, I kept, building my rank up. I'm over there squabbling. Me, Calico, goddamn me, D-Lo, goddamn me, OG Percy. I'm over there building me an army. Calico and D-Lo was the first two I got recruited. Then I got Baby D. Then I got a whole bunch of more youngsters that was just like this right here. Some of these that get on this tail from a crib. My bad. These prison stories like Boonta. Boonta, I don't respect no nigga. Tell them don't come on here talking about crib shit. We talking about prison shit. Cause half of these ones stoned there. They can't tell prison story. If you can't tell a prison story, don't be on prison story. We don't want to hear no crib shit. Unless you talking about how you was cripping in prison. Don't bring up Gumby on this, because Gumby ain't never did no prison time in Texas. Talk about your shit. A lot of you niggas just front to get on here, and then when it's come time for you to show and prove, you ain't got no background to prove who you is. See, I did. Used to think my background was fake when I say I was stoned down. But then shit, when they see me and they look at me, it ain't no question to know if I was stoned down or not. Was looking at me and tell, yeah, I didn't care. I wasn't no little old weak ass in the penitentiary. I was OG Percy in there. The y'all saying. That go? Huh? Who was with him? None of them. They talk all that gangster shit. But wasn't nobody big like that but King Shoo. King Shoo was a big like that. But OG Percy, that nigga so big his shoulders coming off his shoulders coming down from a shoulder from the chest to his arm. Nigga had an arm on top of arm to a forearm. Because I know this part of my fighting, that's where I got all my power from my forearms right there, nigga. Hitting on it. Big as a motherfucker. I was on mine. I was ready to squat. And I went with the size. I was a 5-star general. It's tatted down my shoulders right there. 5 stars. A 5-star general. OG Percy right there. Square. Business. Now they can talk what they want to say, but they never ran up on this one right here. This one right here was the truth. This one right here was that's the I'm talking about. When I'm dealing prison stories, I'm talking about P-Dog. That y'all looking at right there. I'm an old now, but guess what? Him right there, I can tell y'all what he was doing behind these cages right here. And he wasn't kissing nobody ass, licking no nothing. But anyway, tell him a crib. Time went on by, man. I had to learn about the orange circle, man. The second time me and King Shoo, we bumped heads, it came out, you know what I'm saying? Cause just talking, everybody always ran to King Shoo. I had a little partner named Ayo come in. My bad. I had a little partner named Ayo come in, man. I had a partner named Ayo come in from Fort Worth. And we was on the stage, it was too cold to go outside for break that day, so they let us do all our shit from the inside. So on that note, a new crib came in named A1, Ayo from Poly, Biddlecke Street, Poly. Ayo came in out the hood, nigga. Ayo was a stomp down. Ayo was square business. And Ayo, when he got there, I told him, I said, man, he said, yeah, man, OG Percy, what's up, cuz? I like, what's cracking on when you get here, cuz? He was like, today? I just came off the chain today. I said, yeah, you did? He like, yeah. I said, God, cuz, what's cracking with you then? He was like, nothing. And y'all know me, I didn't discriminate. I didn't care who it was. And I didn't care what was from. When you just get here on Ferguson, oh, I'm finna look at that. This what's gonna run up on you. This nigga right here finna run up on you. Here come Pete out. Here come OG Percy. He running up on you. What's up? You just got here? Yeah. And so I told A1, I said, nigga, we checking over here. He said, man, going on with that shit, nigga. Going on. I said, nah. I said, ain't no going on with nothing. I said, we checking over here for real, nigga. Just get in that check, nigga. And show these niggas that you can, that Focus Town hold they shit down, no matter who call them out. And nigga said, man, going on with that shit, man. I ain't got time for all this. I said, well, I'm gonna check you then, nigga. He said, what? He said, what you talking about then? And I take off on it. Beat. Right on the stage. King Shoo was standing there. Then King, I never get Shoo's first time saying to say, man, look out, man. Don't do no crip like that out in front of everybody. What's up, nigga? I said, well, nigga better shut up talking about what we don't do around here, nigga. We checking over here, nigga. Like I told King Shoo, that's the second time me and him had words together. And I was just staring at him, like, damn. That's the I got into it with outside. That's the one I got into it with outside right there. Man, who is that? That nigga said that's Blue Hands, man. I'm thugging out. I'm over here with my boy Butch. Shout out to my Butch, man. My ride or die nigga Butch, Butch told me about King Shoo. He said King Shoo good people, man, got a lot of time, but that nigga cold with his hand. And then he told me the weapon. I said, what's his weapon? He said he got an over, man. He got this over that he wouldn't put on their ass. I said, what? Boom, boom, boom. He come over with that whole nigga. Be flatting with niggas with the niggas. So I started stalking the over. Not knowing that me and King Shoo gonna never bump heads, but shit, I know the way these acting, they keep running to this right here. I'm like, who is this right here? Cause I'm trying to get leadership around here. But I ain't been here long enough to get no leadership because everybody already got established who the niggas is over here that's running things. And King Shoo, even though King Shoo was out the way, he was always a go-to man. Even being out the way. He had been there too long not to be going to. Nigga, 20 years in prison? Shit. When I got there, King Shoo had already been down there 18, 17 years when I got there. You understand? When I heard about him, then he been down there 18. I'm like, God, what time he go to prison? He can't be down here that long. Then he started in juvenile, 14 years old, man. Damn, y'all niggas still gone? Still locked up. But anyway, man, King Shoo had a homeboy named Deuce. Understand me? And he learned me about this thing called the orange triangle. Is it the circle or the triangle? I believe it's the triangle. The orange triangle. Which consists of Beaumont, Port Arthur, and another little old town. Orange, something like that. You understand me? But them three cities, they stick together as partners. Beaumont, Port Arthur, and this other little city. Other little city that they talked about. And them three cities, they stuck together as teammates when it came down to riding with each other, just like Fort Worth sticking with Dallas. Houston sticking with the Houston. And Dallas and Fort Worth sticking together. You understand me? When it came down to shit and shit jumping off. But anyway, man, he had a partner that came on the unit, man. Second time me and Shoo got into it. We had words. I ended up getting rolled off the block. They locked us up. They locked Shoo up. King Shoo got into a ride on his block, so his block was automatically locked down. That was G block. He was on G block. Now I had just came off G block. I had just did time with King Shoo on G block. That's when the old came in my ear and put a bug in my ear and said these over here was gonna try to click me on G block. I remember when King Shoo walked in the day room one day. You know, I had went out to the rec yard. I had just came off lockdown. When I was on lockdown doing time in that motherfucker about myself. They let me out, put me on G block. That's where King Shoo and his crew was. I was on H block. I was running H block. I had H block already. Be sound and secure and can't nobody with nothing on H block. You know, I had H block under my wing. I had turned H block into OG Percy block. Talking about I had got a bench. I fought for a bench, squabble for a bench. Shout out to my KO knockout. Shout out to my bald head. Shout out to my nigga bad boy. Shout out to my POP stiff ass crip that was over there with me. You understand me? Shout out to Deuce. Deuce was over there with me. Shout out to my third. Shout out to my third, nigga, big third. He was over there with me. Shit out of H-Town. Shout out to my the screwdriver clique, nigga. My Lucci. Shout out to my Lucci. Out of goddamn out of H-Town. Screwdriver. He got the screwdriver on his arm. He showed me what the screwdriver clique was. Shout out to my 6-0 Lucci, nigga. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah. See, I got names. I just don't talk about in prison. I got names. You understand me? And I can bring these same characters to life if you ask me to. But anyway, when I get over there, I go in the H block and I go out the rake for the first time. And so when I hit G block, they not doing what I'm doing on H block. I'm checking shit coming on. So when I come on G block, they were like, oh, cool, you can't come over here doing all that. Nigga, who you talking to? Who you talking to? Nigga say something to me? I know nigga ain't talking to me. Tell me what I can nobody tell me what I can do in this penitentiary and what I can't do. You understand? Who you talking to? You want some action, nigga? Well, let's get it. What's up, nigga? Who you talking to? Yeah, and I run up there like this, nigga. What's happening? What's happening? And it goes down like that. You dig what I'm saying? Because these niggas just capped on me. Nigga, my shoulders was bigger than my goddamn arms. There you go. There you go. That nigga arm was bigger than his goddamn. I had an arm on top of an arm. That's sad right there. That nigga had an arm on top of an arm on top. There you go. Don't listen to me, man. Just believe what I'm telling you. You understand me? There you go. The OG Percy again. Look at that nigga back. That nigga had a turtle shell back. That nigga back came out like a turtle shell when it stuck out back there. What is they talking about? I didn't have no, I was a little head. I had a little head and a big body. There go OG Percy, y'all, at his finest. Big ass up. Big nigga there. Oh, boy, that boy go fresh out. Y'all look a little flimmy and flap to y'all, nigga, but there it go. There that fool go. Fresh out of prison, man. Too big, arms too big. They can't even say nothing with me. I'm squabbling hard. And I'm squabbling. That look in my face gonna tell you it all. That look in my face gonna tell you it all, nigga. Don't worry about it. That's that nigga. And when I was behind, oh my God. And when I was behind, hold, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. And when I was behind the wall, God damn, look at that. Look at it. When I was behind the wall, Percy, what? Y'all can look in his face. Wasn't nobody to play with. I can't show y'all who. Look at them arms. God dang, look at them arms. Kick like a mule. Arm on top of arm. There you go. With his white suit on, with his uniform on. I like to give y'all the real executive, the real. There go Percy. That nigga go right there. I like to tell y'all things like this, because sometimes when y'all hear me saying it as an old man, I'm not talking about me as the old man. I'm talking about this right here. The young man. What are they saying? You understand me? There you go. Once again, back is the incredible. That's OG Percy, y'all. Who are they playing with? That's that he talking about. The big guy in prison. But anyway, tells my crib. Man, I'm down off in there, man, and I go out to Rick, and when I go out to Rick, I seen a 6-0 out of Lubbock, Texas. Shout out to my out of Lubbock. We call him Lubbock, Texas. I call him safety. He had one old tooth missing right here. But he was good with his hand. Me and him got cool than a motherfucker, man. That was my partner, man. He told me he killed a blood down there in a big time OG down there in Lubbock, Texas. He smoked him. He told me how he killed him and everything. I used to always like to talk to killers. And then we go outside. He said, man, you got to show me how to get my together, man. Get my hands together. I said, get your hands together. He said, yeah, man, just show me how to around, he said, I can fight. I can squabble, man, but I'm trying to get my shit like yours. I said, shit, nigga, I'm still trying to work on getting my shit together. So, man, me and him went outside, man. We get on side the building, and me and him, we'll around. We'll box, I see what he got, and the nigga was left-handed. He was left-handed. He was so cold with his left hand, I started saying, that's how I became versatile. I learned how to switch my game to the left hand with him. You know what I'm saying? Me how to switch back up and come to this side and start from one side, switch up, and come to another side, switch up, and then I'm fighting from the other side. You understand me? He taught me how to switch my game up. I learned all this. So one day I was over there and I went around with him, and another little homeboy walked out from over there. Old bright little nigga, you know who you was. But he was one of King's Shoo homeboys though. He one of Shoo partners. And he walked over there, to see what me and my partner was doing on side of the building. So the nigga wanted to get in and see, I always got a game. When come around me, I always act like I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. And then I asked the nigga, can he come show me something? And then that's when I take off on him. That was my game in prison. Every time I caught him watching me, trying to see what I was doing, I make the nigga get in that paint cut. Don't watch me. Don't watch me. I don't like watching me or talking to me, nigga. What you order watching me for, nigga? What's up, nigga? What's up? You want to? I always seen my little weak ass thing because I throw my hands up like this. Then I say, man, you want to try my shit out? And he be like, yeah. Soon as he get out there, I post up. Now it's a different hand style. What? Nigga, what? Then I get to taking off on that nigga ass. Brrr. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I with, nigga. Don't be watching me, nigga. On the sideline, I was up in prison. But anyway, this day, I took my pot of rubber down through there, and I took King Shoo little homeboy down through there. Boom, boom, boom. I box him out. You know what I'm saying? We get into it. We get to throwing them hands for real. We get to chunking our shit on the side of the building. It wasn't nothing but us three on side of that building. Just us three. Them two and me. And I was squabbling with both of them back to back. And they was respecting the game. Nigga, one quit and the other nigga said, man, I feel like that shit was a nigga. And he said, I feel like you lucked up on that first one. That was what he told me. He said, you lucked up on that first one. He said, let me run that shit back. I said, let's go. Let's go. We get out there, nigga. We run it back. And I pop off on him. Real pretty. By this time, we go back inside the building. And I'll never forget King Shoo came down there to the day room. And King Shoo was looking at them niggas. That nigga said, look out, man. Man, what happened to you, nigga? That say shit. He pointed over there in the corner at me. With that Percy out there fucking with that nigga Percy. I never forget. I act like I didn't hear the I just kept looking up. And I looked over. I cut my eyes. I said, yeah. I said, it's that kid I got into it with on the wreck yard. I never forget the first time. And then he seen another nigga from Lubbock. He was sitting there looking crazy in the motherfucker. He said, damn, cuz. He said, man, what happened to you, man? And he say, shit, fuck with that nigga Percy. I never forget King Shoo turn around like he looked at me. He said, look out, Percy. I said, yeah, what's up? He said, that's how you doing it? That's how you doing it? These the homies, man. You don't supposed to be scarring them up like that, man. I said, I'm gonna do any nigga like that get in front of me, nigga. Shit. He said, that's what's up. That's what's up. And then he gave me a look like, man, that nigga just waiting. I'm gonna get. And then he gave me that look, nigga. I said, all right. Yeah, that's what's up. I went back. Then that's when I started hearing these niggas was gonna pop me on that block. Then I had another bitch-ass blood nigga go out there and put a lie on me and King Shoo in the field. Shoo know what I'm talking about. They was in the field, blood talking about I said this, and we're gonna get the key. The thing was to war King Shoo up and war me up for us to just, the bump like rams through the whole time that I'm stirred. Okay, then, it was no shit. It really wasn't on me. It really wasn't on Shoo. But it was really on me, and it really was on Blue Hands. You know, decide if we ever gonna punch it out. You understand me? But everybody, you know, they chose a side. They chose a side to know whose side they were gonna take, my side or King Shoo's side. You dig what I'm saying? They ain't gonna tell you after King Shoo had been down there so long, he had more riders than I did that I thought I had. You know, I thought I had a team, but King Shoo still had a little army of man. But he wasn't recruiting no more. And by King Shoo being out the way, you know, some of his partners was getting, some of them making parole, you know what I'm saying? And I was steady recruiting. You know, on a bad team that I was working on. And King Shoo will let you know, yeah, that nigga, I built up my own little army of over there. Yeah, just like that. But time went on by, I never forgot, I was on G Block, you know, I had to do time with Shoo, nigga. And Shoo popped this named Quay. Remember Quail? You had to pop Quail, Shoo, remember that? That was my first time getting to see Shoo work something. And then Shoo I seen Shoo work again against Big Ant. Yeah, Big Ant. Remember that Shoo? Yeah. In the day room, when you pop Big Ant under the TV. Matter of fact, he put I just watched King Shoo put like a 300-some pound nigga on his ass. I was like, man, he hit that nigga with that boom, 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 and that overhand caught him, boom, pretty motherfucker, boom, 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 and he catch him with that, and Big Boy went down like us. I said, damn, that nigga there hit hard for real. He buckled that big nigga, Big Ant, under the TV. Oh, King shit, don't think these niggas don't got stories. These niggas want doing that. All they can do is tell other stories. We can tell our own. That's what make me square business and certified. And I looked through the window and shoot. I said, damn, that nigga, he got something. He can squabble. So I'm gonna have to fight me a bigger nigga. So I decided to fight Trigger T. Trigger T is a bad out of H-Town. Big ass H, rolling 60. He's 6'0", and he really don't with 5 deuces. He was really up about the five dudes. Shit, he didn't want to get along with nothing. I'm stay soul nigga, down here. And Trigger T was a square bitch. Trigger T was about goddamn me about 300 something. You know what I'm saying? And he was good with his head. He loved the ask a nigga what's up. He always stirred at a nigga. Like, what's up, nigga? What's on your mind, nigga? Ain't shit on my mind. Quit looking over here, Trigger T. I used to tell Trigger T, because he had a thing about cutting his eyes at niggas. Like, I wonder what this. Man, I caught them doing me like that one day. So when Trigger T first got to the block, first thing he want to do is put the TV on Soul Poppers. Well, guess what, Trigger T? We don't watch Soul Poppers over here. Now, I done got moved out G block. I'm on L block now. They done put me on the L block because the bitch done put me in the kitchen. The warden tried to set me up to get me popped, get me killed. So she put me in the kitchen. Now, where do I work in the kitchen? I work on the broom in the child hall on the floor. Where everybody at. That's the place where you'll get knocked out in a heartbeat. To kill you, nigga. To know that you work in the child hall, bring them knives and jump you in that child hall, gut you down that child hall, and everybody run out that child hall. You understand me? And leave your bitch ass over there laying over there and have blood on the biscuits. You be having blood on the biscuits and the eggs around this. But anyway, y'all get on down to the nitty gritty. I went outside with Trigger T that night, and me and Trigger T had another little partner named YG. Shout out to my nigga T2. Shout out to my nigga 50-50 twin. Real niggas that was doing time with OG Percy, man. Shout out to them nigga 50-50 twin. Shout out to my nigga T2, man. You understand me? T2 out there and YG, a nigga named YG and Trigger T, they come after. You understand me? Nigga YG act like he gon' buck, act like he ain't gon' do no checking. Now damn YG, you a big ass, young ass, you square business. You understand me? Nigga, I know you hit hard. But it be surprised how y'all believe some of these niggas will sell some of that weight and that side. Them niggas be hoes. All these niggas, cause niggas got big and looking like they're aggravated and tough, man, them niggas right there suck a dick quick. Them niggas will suck a dick quick, homie. It's a on prison story. Suspect. I don't talk with my hands, nigga. I'm a square business nigga. When you see me and King Shoo talk, we talk like this. Never, this shit right here. And all that right there. I don't talk with my hands. That's a dead giveaway in the penitentiary. See, some niggas don't know that. A lot of niggas don't know that, but the real niggas know to sit here and hold a conversation, nigga, from here. We gonna talk from here, nigga. That's how we talk. We sit back and we just give you the game. If you gotta be out, hey, man, say, man, I done seen it. I ain't seen no nigga put a broomstick in no head. I don't watch shit like that. I don't watch shit. For to see a lot of shit, that mean he wasn't in nothing. Me, I'm the nigga that's doing this shit. I'm not watching nothing. I'm square business. I like to be square business. I like to make myself sound tough when I was in a tough place. Because guess what? I was in a tough place. That right there, look at that nigga's shoulders and arms. Who gonna fuck with it? Nigga shoulder bigger than a motherfucker, let his shoulder. Shoulder bigger than his chest. Arms bigger than his chest. Who gonna I can talk my shit. Because one doing that they be talking about. Them over there look like, let's go, Percy. But anyway, me and Trigger T, YG got out there. YG told me that Trigger T was already good. He didn't need to be checked. So I told YG, that's your partner? He said, yeah. I said, you vouching for him? He said, yeah, nigga, I'm from the world. I said, then won't you checking? He said, well, no, that's my homeboy. So I take off on YG, nigga. Beep. Yeah, just like that. Now I'm finna pop his homeboy. Then me and Trigger T, we got over. I said, what's up, homie? You gonna get the check? He said, yeah, I ain't tripping. So I fire off on Trigger T and bam. Bitch, what's up? Let's get it. He said, oh man, that's how y'all doing it? That's how, man, cuz, quit talking, let's go. Shh, be quiet, let's get it, nigga. I never gave you the invitation. I always like to pop off on nigga real quick, bitch, just to see if they gonna do something. Then I take the hands to him. I pop off on Trigger T to see where his head was, nigga. I got this big, like, God, what's going on? That's how y'all doing it? Yeah, that's how we doing it. D-Lo! Come here. Nigga over here playing with me, everybody's with his baby. YG over here talking like he square business. T2 over there looking like, boy, this Percy. Yeah, this how I rock out, T. That's how I rock out over here, nigga. On anything. I was hoping Zero come through the door. It's like a show clown to show my ass. You understand me? But bam, I pop off on YG and YB, and I pop them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just introducing them to this good old Crip. I'm on L Block now. Now, I'm on L Block. A nigga named C-Note come over there. Shout out to my nigga C-Note. C-Note is one of King Shoo, you know, right-hand man. Not right-hand man, but a nigga that's, you know, in the circle, in the triangle, in the orange triangle that they told me about. You know, I ain't never know nothing about I don't know nothing about none of this, so I'm really illiterate to the game. So by this time, I didn't jump into it with the Gangster Crips and the Five Deuce Hoover. I didn't straight took off on the Gangster Crips over there yelling that GC. Yeah, see, I didn't really went to war in prison behind GC. These just talk about it, gossip, and all they can do is be politics. When these ain't never put in no footwork for nothing. I put in footwork for this Gangster Crip shit, nigga. For this Crip gang. For this Gangster Crip and this Crip gang shit. I actually put in work with the real. You understand me? I lost my life in prison standing up for this Crip gang shit. And guess what? I came out on top. All these niggas want to do is talk about this shit. These niggas ain't put in nothing forward. But shout out to my Lucky and shout out to all them Crip gang out there. And shout out to all them Gangster Crip out there. When the nigga kept throwing Gangster Crip in my face, I took flight on Lucky. Me and Lucky, we get into it because I made a call on the nigga down the hall that helped another do something. I had him pop. And the nigga told me, man, that's a Gangster Crip. Who made a call on him? I told him I did, nigga. I made that call on him, nigga. You already know it. So he said, nigga, you can't make no call on no Gangster Crip, nigga. I said, what? I make a call on any Crip, nigga. And then he tried to swing, he tried to beat for me, nigga. Boom. Nigga took off with me. I weed the nigga shit out the way. Oh, bitch, you trying to get me? I take out to fight the nigga that had a burn in his hand. I turn around and look. My homeboy Zach said, hold on, Percy. Hold on, don't run up on me. He got that knife in his hand. God damn, man. I'm like, look, you gonna stab me? Make a long story after that. We end up smoking that GC, that Gangster Crip, nigga. Shout out to my Lucky. You know what time it is. 3 in a row, bitch. Let's go. We ran that. Soon as he came in the day room, nigga, I'm trying to get big. The sad thing was, them niggas right there kept trying to X me out the picture. Man, Percy, you can't get in the violation. Why I can't get in the violation? Nigga, he tried to me. Hating on me so bad, they didn't even want me to get my get back. So then I'm like, all right, cool, y'all smart. But you know, I watched the call go down, I watched the play go down, and they popped Lucky. They popped the Gangster Crip, and I still kept the shoot, kept the truck at Five Deuce Hoover, Crip gang, nigga. Crip gang. I ran my end of the bargain. But none of those Gangster Crip shit that these yelling that does exist, but trying to act like this Crip gang shit don't. I respected they shit in prison, but then out here in the world, these niggas cap. These niggas cap. It ain't no problem in prison with that shit, nigga. It's already understand the Crip gang is Crip gang in that. But anyway, time went on by, man. I was sitting in the day room one day, me, P.O.P. We sitting there watching us get old movie, man. Watching me a good old movie, you know. These two came in there to do some squabbling. You know, this all fight here. That's why I got the gloves on, because these niggas can't. I'm stick to number scratching. It's a whole squabbling story. I was sitting there, me and my boy D-Lo and K-Lo, we sitting there watching, you know, the daily, ESPN. While we watching ESPN, we heard a dope slam. I heard another nigga say, yeah, nigga, come on with it. Now it's P.O.P. and the C-Note. The nigga out of Beaumont. Both of these niggas out of Beaumont. They getting a shout to my Dez, too. Shout to my nigga Dez out of Beaumont. Yeah, shout out to my nigga Dez out of Beaumont, man. You understand me? And my nigga Dick. Out of Beaumont. You understand me? Man, two square business ass niggas. Let's fight hard on the bitch. But anyway, P.O.P. and Dez and Deuce, they started fighting. Now, me, myself, P.O.P., he a big body, he a bodybuilder. He run that ball for North Carolina or something. My C-Note, he just average nigga, but he square business with his hands. The bitch cold with his hand. But I know P.O.P. from the smoke C-Note. I already know this going. So me, P-Lo, and D-Lo, K-Lo, D-Lo, and Percy, I'm in the middle, we watching TV. So I heard my K-Lo tell the nigga, say, man, y'all gone. He told P.O.P., he said, man, y'all gone squabble, get that shit out the way. So, y'all get out the way for the laws come. Hurry up, y'all do what y'all gonna do, man, for the laws come. That's what he told P-Lo. He told P-Lo, he told P.O.P., gonna do what you do before the laws get here. So, nigga, they start squabbling like a I was like, damn. Come to find out, that C-No got some hands for real. C-No was handling the shit out of P.O.P. big ass. Every time P.O.P. come up, he beat. He take that to school. But I'm like, P.O.P. can't even fuck with that, man. That's my first time ever seeing my dude. My nigga C-No squabble, but he popping P.O.P. Every time P.O.P. come in, that nigga be C-No, feed that nigga. Damn. So the fight was over. Let me tell y'all something. That nigga C-No was so crunk after the fight. That nigga told, me, K-Lo, and P-Lo, we sitting, D-Lo sitting at the table. He turned around and looked at us and said, he said, whichever one you said, he didn't give a fuck who it was. Me, P-Lo, D-Lo, he didn't give a fuck. That nigga K-No, that nigga C-No was on crunk. That nigga said, whichever one of you niggas said, get up and get that shit over with. He said, y'all get up. He said, it's your turn next. So I'm looking like, shit, that nigga just whooped shit out. I didn't say it. See, number one, I know I didn't say nothing, so I ain't got to jump to no fight when it ain't mine. But I know my nigga on side of me, he did say something. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing because I guess he just seen what happened to P.O.P. This nigga don't want to get in that car. So nigga, I'm like, say something. So we're going off on the crowd. Said, yeah, like I said, whichever one of you niggas said something, goddamn it, get up under this TV. And so, man, I didn't want to feel all up and shit. So I really just got up and got out the way because over like he talking to me, nigga. And I ain't finna be sitting in no crowd and I know who said it and the nigga that said it ain't saying shit. And so my D-Lo told K-Lo, he said, K-Lo, you know what you said, go on, get out there and fight that. And then he said, man, go on, I was just telling that nigga that shit, go on, get the fight over with, man, so the God. He said, no, like I said, get up under this TV, nigga. And me with my dumb ass, I was just trying, dumb the situation down. So I told C-No, I say, C-No, that nigga don't want to do no fighting, man. He don't want to do it. He said, then what about you then, Percy? I was like, damn. Nigga, I was just saying he didn't want to do no fight. He said, what about you then, nigga? What's up with you? What's up? What you want to do? Then that nigga said that, when he started saying that, that nigga started walking to me, nigga. Just like I said, what's up? What you want to do? I'm like, nigga, I was standing up there walking. The nigga got close, and I got paranoid. As soon as he got close enough, I take off on him. Bing, 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 bing. I take off on C-No. Boom, when I take off on him, shit. That nigga said, oh, yeah, so P.O.P. turned into a cheerleader. He said, oh, nigga, you beat for the now you really got to fight him now. I said, nigga, I said, he said, get up under that TV. I said, nigga, I'm on my way. Boom, bitch, I get up under the TV. I run up under the TV. I hit that nigga about 25 bad. As soon as I get up under the TV, I go to rocking that nigga. Blah, 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 blah. I go to rocking that. The nigga don't even go down. Nigga leg on the bench. I'm trying to beat the he caught between the bench and the floor, and I'm trying to get him. And my nigga homeboy shout to my nigga Doty. My nigga Doty pulled me back and said, that's good enough, Percy. That's good. That's good. You got that nigga. You got him. So I get up off of the nigga. Next thing you know, this nigga ran and shot King Shoo a letter. I got to go fast now. He shot King Shoo a note, man. When he shot King Shoo the letter said that person jumped on, C-No, woo. So I go back to the work, man. I go to work the next day. When I'm at work, I'm in the chow hall, man. I seen about like 10 Crips running this motherfucker. They got King Shoo with them. And they were looking for me. I'm on the floor work. He said, I heard a nigga say, there you go, named Catfish out of Dallas. Said, there you go, wrapped up. I'm looking at Catfish like, what's up, nigga? He said, yeah, nigga, Shoo wanna holler at you. Like that. So I walk over there, what's up? I'm sweeping the broom. I get over to Shoo. I said, what's up, man? He just say, hey, man, holler at me, Red. I'm finna go sit down, man. He said, what's up with my C-No? What you mean? What's up with it? Yeah, nigga, you beat for my... I ain't beat for nobody. He said, I'm finna come sit down. I said, yeah, come sit down. So I got to sweeping around to the guard because there was too many Crip niggas. And by the time that Shoo went on sit down, it was more Crip niggas waiting for him to sit down, niggas, to see what we were going to say. So I waited for him to sit down with the broom, and I eased over there with the broom, and I sit down. I said, what's happening now, man? He said, man, what's up? He said, man, why you do that to my homeboy, man? You beat for my homeboy. You hit him when he was down. I said, he hit him. I said, your homeboy ran up on me, and I took off on that. I said, I ain't hit nobody when they was down, nigga. He said, you going to wreck tonight? I said, yeah, I'm going to wreck. I said, I'm trying to find out why everybody keep running to come get you when they the one getting into it with me, nigga. See, a lot of thought that I was scared of King Shoo because I respected Shoo. But Shoo means Shoo ain't never punched yet. So me and him still got business to take care of since the first time me and him bumped heads after on the rec yard. Well, I'm trying to find out when the Shoo started taking up for in the penitentiary. Because that fight was between me and him. So I'm trying to find out how me and him end up getting into it. But he asked me, say, man, you going to rec tonight, man? I said, yeah, I'm going. He said, well, come on out there. I'll be out there. I said, I'll be out there. And I took my broom and I walked out. Say, y'all, when we went out, the unit finally got what they wanted. They finally got the OG Percy and King Shoo post-up fight. By the time me and King Shoo made it outside that night, there was so many on the rec yard waiting to see me and him touch down. This is like the Vandal, Holyfield, and Tyson fight. Everybody and their mama outside. I know niggas that went to rec that night that ain't been outside in 10 years, 5 years. Niggas told me they ain't never been outside, but they going out there tonight to see this bad. And I never forget, there was so many people out there. The rec yard was overcapacitated. I said, God damn, it's too many people out there. And the guards wasn't saying shit. And then it came down to it, and I heard King Shoo say, yeah, look out, man. Let me holler at you. I was like, yeah, shit, let's go. Let's go. Then Shoo told me something. That's when I found out King Shoo was the real. He say, man, look here. You see all these out here, man? He say, Doty, the dude that was there that broke the fight up, Doty from Dallas, he finally got to King Shoo and told King Shoo what really happened. A nigga from Orange Mountain, from the Orange Circle, wrote King Shoo the note. Made it seem like I jumped up, ran up and stole off on his homeboy. When he hit the ground, he was on the ground and I was punching him. They already know the steal for a is a no-no, and to hit a while he down on the ground is a double no-no. So, them are rules that can be taken care of, and I can get smoked for that. But then Doty say, that nigga Percy didn't do that. That nigga ran up on Percy. Percy whooped that ass, called him up under the TV. Percy went on the TV and smoked the nigga under the TV. It wasn't no beat for nothing, but King Shoo finally found out. But you know, thank you, King Shoo, for being a real nigga and teaching me a lesson that day. He say, man, I ain't finna give these what they want. They want me to do something they can't do. You know, that's get into it with me. That's either him whoop me or me whoop him. You know, that's all everybody out here for tonight. And King Shoo was a real smart in the head. He say, I ain't finna entertain these, man. Man, we good, man. I say, I appreciate you. We went on about our separate ways. Time and time went on, man. I got 3 minutes on this, man. Time went on. And to make a long story short, to cut it short, man, King Shoo, we end up doing our time. We end up coming home. Just like every real nigga that know a real nigga, they know what real niggas do. That nigga King Shoo popped up out on me in the world, nigga. All the way from Port Arthur, Texas, popped up. If y'all go look on my rap battle, he ain't pop up once on me out here in the world. I had been looking for a real nigga that I can tell my stories about, and King Shoo is the only real nigga that can say that he seen me do it and go through it. I told him before, he helped me so much in prison as far as getting my knowledge together, how to get up under the Muslims and how to get my Thailand service on, just go learn something about me as a man. He told me when I was in prison that it was my girl's fault for leaving me, not mine. That's her loss, and I made her pay for that. King Shoo did something that ain't nobody never did with me, and they took me out of Fort Worth. I trusted this when I shouldn't have been. He showed up to my door just like King Beasley did, and me and Shoo, we went out. Shoo was the only that took me somewhere in there, and that's Dallas. And we went to my Dewberry Club. Shout out to my Dewberry out from Ferguson. Shoo took me there. Me and Shoo had a good time. Next time Shoo popped up, I had Shoo live on stage with me at the rap battle. OG Percy versus Moon. Look in the background, see who you see. King Shoo. I told King Shoo, nigga, when we leave this prison, we going from the cage, this cage, to this stage. And I held mine from day one, week one. King Shoo from the cage to the stage. OG Percy. Blue Hands. We did this. This been Prison Stories 1-on-1. I hope that y'all got the message and not the mess. I tell nothing but the truth. So help me God when I'm doing what I do. And on that note, this Prison Stories 1-on-1. Tales from a crib. Shout out to my Blue Hands. Shout out to my C-Note. Shout out to my boy Deuce. Shout out to Third. Man, shout out to Silk. Man, shout out to goddamn me. Keep going. Yeah, shout out to all the homies that did time with me, man. And, you know, that know doing that era was the realest era that Ferguson never touched. And I don't make it sound like it's a hard thing, but for all y'all that ain't never been, please Please, stay out that place. It ain't a place you gotta go. It ain't something you gotta experience. It's a place that you can miss. You can stay out here in this world with us, and God will treat you just as better than that place will. Shout out to King Shoo, man. Better known as Blue Hands. Shout out to my boy Silk. Prison Stories 101. We out.